Welcome to Women of the Metaverse. I am Cheryl Laidlaw.
I am Angela Harkness. We have been and are still on a journey to discover the Metaverse, Web 3.0, NFTs, and anything that we are required to know to join this world.
From this podcast, we will help you to unlock how the Metaverse is going to impact your brand, your business, and even your personal life.
Join us as we take the mystery out of this new digital universe. Welcome to Women of the Metaverse. In this episode, we are talking about AI because everyone and their dog is talking about this subject right now. And we want to tell you how it's going to change the world. So first of all, Cheryl, what is AI?
Artificial intelligence is a combination of many different technologies working together to enable machines and apps to sense, comprehend, act, and learn with human-like levels of intelligence. AI machines can be trained using large amounts of data and algorithms, allowing them to learn and make predictions or decisions based on patterns in the data. So with this in mind, I asked ChatGPT, how long does it take to create an AI program? And this is the answer. For relatively simple AI applications, such as a chatbot that can respond to basic questions, it may only take a few weeks or months to build a working prototype. However, more complex AI systems, such as those that involve image or speech recognition, can take much longer, sometimes several years to develop and fine-tune. So, interestingly, ChatGPT started in 2015, and the first version was actually released in 2018.
Which was the OpenAI one?
It would have been OpenAI, I
Yeah.
think, and would have probably only gone out to about 200 people to test.
Yeah.
And learn more about it. And I actually remember going to a conference in 2019 and meeting Sophia the robot, which of course was all about her being able to have a human response. And that at the time was, a year after. And again, it kind of all makes sense that it was 2018 because she'd already been, I don't know, what you call it, touring the world.
The robots on tour.
Yeah, I was actually really excited to meet Sophia on stage in 2019 because, again, it's something that takes years and years and years to develop.
I think when people think about AI, that's what they think about as well. But robots will do this. So I think ChatGPT and some of these other ones that have just hit us, people are like, oh, okay, this is actually, because it's not difficult to use. You just need to learn how to prompt.
It's all data. It's all
data.
So much data throughout the years, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same technology as Sophia the
Probably it's going to be common technology, isn't it? And I know that I have seen some people use ChatGPT to write AI platforms, to actually write other AI tools. So, it's going to be quite interesting because they're all going to get smarter as well, aren't they? Which is exactly what I'm just about to tell you. So what does it have to do with the future of AI? Well, since the release of ChatGPT, so learn about that in episode 40. We'll leave a link in the show notes. It seems a lot of other fantastic AI projects have also been released. We already have driverless cars and voice automation in homes. Artificial intelligence has progressed rapidly and is no longer just a concept from sci-fi movies and books. According to research by scientists at the University of Oxford, artificial intelligence will be better than humans at translating languages by 2024. That's amazing. Writing school essays by 2026, selling items by 2031, writing a best-selling book by 2049, and conducting medical surgery by 2053. In the next few years, AI will become a huge part of our lives. Imagine opening a door of your home without a key, but rather through facial recognition tools. Your face will become your identity, making everyday transactions easier and more efficient. I also think those dates will be quicker because I think the speed at which we are now seeing it launch, I think,
Yes.
I'm sure people are already using it to write essays now.
Oh,
You know,
yes. Well, then now there's the tool that's just been brought out so teachers know who've been using it to cheat on
yes.
their homework. So again, that new tool has only been developed in the last
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Oh, who knows? And I know that there's also tools now because in episode 40, we were talking about the fact that ChatGPT only has data up until the end of 2021. But now there are already Google extensions which enable you to have up to date data. And then the next version of ChatGPT, which has come out in Microsoft, probably has more up to date data. It just every day, just something new is coming out, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, we already have the face recognition with our mobile phones, our banking. I spoke to Andrew a while ago about having our own social number, a bit like Uber, where potentially we'll be scored out of 10
Yes.
by what kind of human being we are.
Yeah. We did have that conversation. God, it's like scary to think about it. Not scary, but just what directions it might take or what might come out, because I think sometimes inventors quite rightly have no limit on, they just think, I want to invent this. And then society has to go yes or no, or how can we use this properly in society? Just fascinating though. But imagine also having your product delivered by small drones. So I have seen this a little bit, straight to your doorstep within hours of placing an order. And you know what's my with me? I was thinking this would be great, but it will drive me up the wall listening to noisy drones deliver stuff to people. If they can make silent drones,
Noisy.
oh god, yeah, that like they have like hover above. For me, it will be noisy. If they can create silent drones, I'm for it.
Okay, so I did some research on this to see how far away we were. And Amazon says that it is ready to fly deliveries by drone as soon as federal rules allow. But experts suggest that technologies still need to be ironed out.
Yeah. But we don't have them here. Well, maybe we do, but we're both in the suburbs a little bit. But I know some people get like little robots deliver their like Postmates and that in America
I've seen
sometimes.
that.
Then,
Yeah.
yeah.
Have you?
I remember Chrissy Teigen had it on her um Instagram once where they had something come and deliver. So sometimes you see them apparently you see them at the crossings and, you know, so it's already starting to be integrated a little bit.
Into society, amazing.
Yeah. What about imagine AI-based virtual assistants will replace human-like tools to book an appointment? That's
Well,
probably going to be something.
yeah, we have this at the moment. It's a bit shoddy, isn't it?
Yes. I
But
think always with these things, if companies do them well, it works. But always you've got to, and we talk a lot about, maintaining a brand and brand values. You've got to have those where something is out of the ordinary, when you just need to speak to, when you sit on hold because they're telling you if you go to the website, you can book it, you can do it on the website. And you're like, I just want to speak to a human. I don't want to listen to something automated. So if you do it right, then it works well, doesn't it? So, but what about robotic surgery? In the next few years, a physical surgeon will only be a spectator as a robot actually performs the surgery and help patients better understand their care options.
How do you feel about that, Angela? Having
I
a
think
robot do?
I think it depends what it is, because potentially you could have a doctor overseeing
Oh yeah, that's what they're saying.
but you
Yeah.
could have a doctor potentially overseeing more than one operation at the same time, which could, cut wait times for operations. It also could potentially be used in countries where it's maybe difficult for a team of doctors to get to. So you could have somebody with a robot go, or sort of in where there's military situations, maybe that sort of thing could be used there.
Like your thought process. That's very good.
Or even paramedics. So rather than bringing somebody back to a hospital, there's potentially things that could be done at the site of an accident or somebody's home if they're sick that would help, because rather than waiting for them to get to a hospital.
Speeding up the whole process, really.
Yeah, potentially, and potentially the chance of errors may be lessened by not having human impact because they're programmed so precisely.
But they are programmed by human beings, so
yeah.
Why
I
not?
guess we'll just have to see. I mean, they use much more robotic tools anyway, doctors now, don't they, for a lot of things, and cameras, and
Yeah,
we know they're using VR, so we can see. These are just a few examples of how AI will change the future. So what's available now that maybe people didn't know about?
Okay, so we're going to give you a list of only the best ones that are going to help you in your business. So first up, we have Synthesia. Synthesia is an AI video creation platform that creates a video in minutes using realistic models. You can create one for free, but they recommend upgrading to a personal package at $30 per month. So I had a little deep dive into this and had a look to see how easy it was, and who would actually use it. And I would say it's for bigger brands or people that don't actually want to be in front of the camera. And lots of TikTok people have created their own AI models and then just generated content that this model then talks to camera in a very professional manner. That's representing the brand.
I think brands are going to start to create sort of avatar type influencers and maybe use these type of tools.
Yeah, this is definitely the beginning.
Yeah, but I guess it's sort of like maybe it creates that avatar of the perfect customer. So if you go to the website, it comes up as, oh, you feel like somebody's talking to you because you're the perfect customer, maybe. Again, if that's going to come down to imagination, isn't it?
Sure is. The next one, probably one of our favorites, and we use this on every episode of our podcast, that is Midjourney. Midjourney is a tool that creates images using text descriptions. So we've been using this on every single featured image for the podcast.
Yeah, Cheryl's got very good at it. I'm not as good because it takes you have to, first of all, you have to know what you want. I think that's when we're trying to create images for this, and then getting Midjourney to do what we want it to do. So Cheryl's much better than I am, but we've done a whole episode, or doing a whole episode, about Midjourney, so you can learn more about it on that episode. But it's a fantastic AI tool.
I've dedicated a whole episode to it, so
yeah,
listen. The next one is called Assembly. Now, I haven't actually used this tool yet, but as soon as I saw the description, it is a no-brainer. So Assembly is a tool that transcribes and analyzes meetings, so your Zoom meetings, for example, transforming them into actionable insights, where even a tool to automate your follow-ups.
See, this I think is brilliant, because one of the things I think I really like about all the AI is how you're going to be able to automate very simple tasks and create really good processes, which I think all large brands and small businesses really suffer from not having efficient processes that cost them money and mean that you don't put that time into doing what you actually create the business to do. So this sort of things, I think
friend's a virtualist, not a virtualist, an assistant for a doctor, and she has to go in and write minutes all the time.
Yeah.
Now, if she just plugged this tool in, she wouldn't have to do much of the work at all.
I actually worked at a bank once, and it was a very specialist. I didn't work in this area. I did a project for them, but it was a very, very specialist area of the bank, like almost like board level or regulated level, where there was a team of women, and what they did, or one team of women, team of people, that what they did was just write minutes, but they were very complex and detailed and sort of regulated minutes. And sometimes it would take them like 3 weeks to write these minutes. They only worked on sort of one meeting, then took all the time to work on the minutes till they did the next one, because of how regulated they were. These sort of tools would be amazing for that, because it would probably cut a lot of time and make the process more efficient, and make sure that they were sticking to the regulations, because you could train the AI to do that. So yeah, there's a lot in this. I think
especially if you
where
have a
AI
report back to your boss, lots of reports going on, you could just minimize that whole process.
Yeah, because one of the things when I worked in corporations, I hated reporting for reported sake. There's always managers.
There's a lot of that, isn't there?
Yeah, I need a report for this. Why? What is it? What do you need it for? Are you going to read it? Probably not. So yeah, this automation of stuff, I think, is really good.
Time Hero is up next. If you have a lot of projects and have a deadline, Time Hero will sort out your diary by inputting tasks into your calendar. You will need to fill the projects and the time allocated for each task and the deadline. And Time Hero does the rest, which I think is brilliant, because if you have a task that takes 6 hours, chop it up into different, I don't know, smaller tasks.
Yeah, like modules.
And it will literally put it in your diary. And for someone that overthinks everything.
Yeah, me too. I'm really terrible, because I'm, much more big picture. Breaking things down into detail, I find really difficult. So this sort of thing for me potentially kind of helps me break up the day. But I'm also seeing this as people who work in project management. Like, project management is really complex. Trying to get a big program management, I guess, the advancement of AI in this, and how you can actually do a program, even for everything. Like if you're building houses or you're building a new piece of software, whatever, these kind of AI in project management, I think, will become powerful tools.
Definitely. So the last one is Poise. This is an AI-powered communications coach that will help you become a better speaker, interviewer, or presenter. So get this right. It connects with your video calls and gives you real-time feedback on everything from the words that you use and you speak the most, to the filler words, the confidence, the energy, if you have enough empathy on the call. And it can even tell when you've interrupted too many times on a Zoom call. How good is that?
We need to try that. We should try that, because one of the problems that we have is the filler words. I definitely have a problem with the filler words.
We all do.
So, yeah, it will be really good to see what that does. Because it's got to allow your personality, hasn't it?
It's got to learn your personality, but
definitely, if it helps you become a better speaker, that would be good.
I'm interested to try.
Yeah, I am. We should try that.
So if you get a chance to look at any of these tools, all the links are in our show notes on our website. We would love to hear what you think.
Yes, because this is just a very small sample of the AI available today. But every day, I mean, we are not joking when we say this, every day the list grows. So let us know your favorite one. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Join us next week as we continue our journey into the metaverse. Bye for now.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Women of the Metaverse.
You can find all information, links, and people we talked about in the show notes on our website.
If you have enjoyed this podcast, please comment and subscribe.
Join us again in the next episode as we continue this exciting metaverse journey.